Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Talia, and I have been a member of the Summerbridge community for almost 10 years this summer. Yeah. My time with Summerbridge started when I was the same age as many of you, when Steph and Jared came to my school and provided an opportunity to apply to Summerbridge. My choice to join the program would not only enhance my academics, but develop and change who I was as a person forever. Though many, many years ago, I still remember and look fondly as my time as a student here. I keep in touch with friends that I met through the program. I still have the book that I read my first year here. I'm sure I even have a shirt or two from the boutique that still fit, which is crazy. And we also realized that both Julie Marie and I were on the same core team when we were students just this year, so that's pretty cool. Okay. This overwhelmingly positive experience pushed me to achieve at a high level and fully take the opportunity that education has to offer. Summerbridge continued to provide opportunities for me as I decided to come back as a volunteer. Through many lunches and long summer days, I remember the joys of my experience as a student and felt pride in playing a part in making that a reality for a new generation. Through this, I learned the ins and outs of the behind the scenes and what really went on to make the magic happen. It is an experience I treasure, and I could not recommend it enough if you're thinking about it. Now, as an official Summerbridge teacher, I get the privilege to give back to the program that shaped a fundamental aspect of my character. This year, I had the pleasure of creating homemade soft puppets with Jocelyn, another Summerbridge graduate, in my theater elective. They planned the concept, the personality, went through copious amounts of hot glue, and created absolute masterpieces in their finished products. My expectations were exceeded by the creativity and thought that emerged from these students. Though I take on the role of a teacher here, the best lessons I have always had have been in collaboration with my students. I found myself learning through my students how to push the boundaries of what teaching can look like, and hearing the words, "I can't wait to make our puppets" in an academic program was something I never thought I would hear. But I watched as day after day, each puppet would go from incredible to extraordinary, and seeing the individual light of every student brighten within the classroom was truly the greatest reward that as a teacher you could ask for. Summerbridge to me means lasting impact. No matter how old you get, where you move, what you do in life, the lasting impact of what Summerbridge provides is about the best lesson that I can teach here. At this point in your lives, you are setting the foundation for the adult that you will grow into, and the courage and maturity it takes to invest in your future this early within your life is a testament to the extraordinary dedication it takes to be a part of a program as wonderful as this and beyond stellar adults that you will grow into. I urge you all to carry with you the lasting impact that Summerbridge has made on you in your future and continue to amaze and astonish. Thank you.
My name is Elizabeth Hanson Sosa, and this is my experience at Summerbridge. Ever since I was accepted into Summerbridge, I had no clue how the program was going to work, or if I would have made any friends, but I was wrong. The first day, all the teachers received me with open arms, especially Steph and Jared, and I made many new friends every year, very close friends. They gave me the desires to come to Summerbridge every year. In my first 2 years, I looked up to the 8th and 9th graders. Well, look at me now. I'm in my last year. Now the other students are depending on me and looking up to me. I met amazing new friends and teachers for the past 3 summers, and we have shared some amazing experiences and memories. Hopefully our teachers can keep their work up and keep inspiring other young teachers as well as the fellow students. I want to give recognition to the teachers I had for the past 3 years. I am so grateful for their lessons. They really helped me throughout my years in middle school. For my first year, I had Peyton, Holly, Charm, and Christian. They taught me how to have fun in any situation. For my second year, I had Peyton, Miss McQueen, Miss Sarah, and Mr. Matias. They taught me that no matter how bad things get, I can get out of the situation and I should never doubt myself. And last but not least, all my teachers this year, Rita, Ms. Natalie, Cielo, and Julie Marie. They taught me how to communicate with many different people and have confidence in myself. I'm also grateful for all the teachers that I had interaction with, even if they didn't teach me. They would always make conversations with me or have fun with each other. All these years were worth my time and dedication. I also appreciate how every teacher asks if I'm alright and always checks up on me. They show me that I'm worth it. They also made me develop a higher skill set that I didn't think I had in me, but I was wrong. At the end of the day, I can push myself to the limits and know what I'm capable of. Now that I'm moving on to the next grade, I hope that my friends that were around me for the whole summer can see me as their role model and inspire more kids like I did. I hope they can be future leaders following the steps I took, and even if they make a mistake, they can find a way to get back up and not give up. I want teachers to always have each other's back and help each other like they always do. Every time I see them doing that, it inspires me even more. It makes me feel amazing. I know that I can trust every single one of them. I will miss Summerbridge so much and look forward to coming back to visit. So, I will miss you all, and I hope my presence was inspiring. I love y'all so much, and I wish the best for the future Summerbridge students.
Yeah.
I'm Aaron Jones, a rising ninth grader. I've been attending Summerbridge for 3 consecutive years. That means this is my final summer as a student, and this thought hit me like a semi-truck. It made me reflect on my experience at Summerbridge, and I realized some things I've forgotten all those years ago. I originally didn't want to be here. On my very first day of Summerbridge, I was unmotivated, to say the very least. I wrote Summerbridge as nothing more than school I had to do over the summer. And I'm not ashamed to admit, I didn't apply for Summerbridge because I wanted to. So when I knew filled in the application sheet, so my 11-year-old brain decided, oh, I should do that too. They did get in, and I did. I went into the program with nothing but negativity. I would do schoolwork. I had to socialize with people I don't know. I had to do this for 6 whole weeks. I wasn't the best at trying to do things in shorter terms. I was unmotivated and unwilling. Yet, here I am, giving a speech to the people in this program. What changed? Me. I changed. This program helped me get over my sluggish qualities. I was forced into trying to socialize, to connect. I was forced to try to give my all. I was forced to try. All of this was because the people in this program were able to make me feel like I belonged somewhere and refused to give up on me. Like my passion to draw, despite always being a part of me, was forced into the limelight here, and it felt great. And with this, it's hard to say goodbye. To say goodbye to this program that made me go on the right track. By goodbye, I don't mean to disregard all of this, to bury it all. No. I merely mean accepting that time I have here, at least as a student, is over. I have to not wallow in the past. Instead, I have to try and continue on, even if things seem tough. If there is a single thing I want to make clear, it is the importance of trying. Trying something new, trying to make a change. Time doesn't wait for anyone, so try to cherish the time you have here. And to my fellow rising ninth graders, I want you all to try and say goodbye to this place, even if it's sad. There are so many more chapters left in our lives, but we can only continue on if we close this chapter. That's all.
Hello. Y'all play something very loudly.
I'm Geraldine. I'm an upcoming freshman, and that's really crazy to say, but I'm so ready for my freshman year, and a majority of my readiness came from Summerbridge. I wasn't always the most confident person, and sometimes my parents would even say I looked like a turtle trying to hide in its shell. But I don't need to hide anymore. I'm no longer afraid to take up space and be who I truly am. 3 years ago, I was sat down at my dining room table, staring at the very same Summerbridge application that everyone in this room filled out. I remember feeling so worried that I wouldn't be able to finish in time, and so sad that I might not get the chance to follow in the footsteps of my sister. Even though the application process felt like such a low point for me, it led to something even more perfect than I could have ever imagined. Perfect friendships, opportunities, and a perfect experience overall. My hope is that you learn from the story that something might not seem like the perfect path for you, but it doesn't mean it won't lead to an amazing experience. My first year of Summerbridge, I was one of the quieter kids, not because I was scared of making friends, but I wasn't sure how I would be perceived. Even with those nerves, I set a very ambitious goal, and I'm happy to stand before you all today and proudly say that I've done it. I've got chosen to give a testimonial, which is this, literally what I'm doing right now. If I was able to tell my younger self we did it, her mind would have been blown. Never in her wildest dreams would she have thought her silly little goal would become a reality. And maybe this story is starting to sound familiar to some of you. Maybe you're the quiet kid, and maybe you've always wanted to have the honor of being here on stage. And I hope I can serve as proof that no matter how shy you are, you always have a chance of reaching your goals, as long as you let others help you, and as long as you really put your mind to it. You can do hard things. Let Summerbridge serve as an opportunity to be who you really are. Summerbridge is more than just classes in the summer. At Summerbridge, you can learn academics, you can learn life skills, and you can learn about yourself. And to me, it's always been a place that I can call home, no matter how far I go and no matter how many years pass. Thank you to all my Summerbridge teachers, and I also want to give a special thanks to Christian S. and to Leah. Even though he was only my teacher for 1 year, Christian's class was so memorable, and I remember being so intrigued about his lessons. Even though he gave us tests, which I'm still a little mad about, and even after that first year, he was always there to support me. No matter where I am, he always walks in randomly and asks how I'm doing. And I'm so grateful for that, and for all that he's done for me in my Summerbridge experience. And to Leah, seeing how passionate you are about music and teaching music really rekindled a spark for music that I was starting to lose. I remember being so impressed that even though you were only a freshman in college, you had such an amazing way of teaching. And I went back to school that year and told all my friends how amazing you were. I'm so thankful that I got to have you as my teacher because you are so sweet and kind, and I'm really gonna miss you. And thank you to my Kutztown teachers, Rita, Julie Marie, Natalie, and Cielo. You all really helped me grow this year and become the person I'm really proud of. Finally, I would like to thank my friends that were there for me both at home and at school. Mississippi, Washington, Middleton, Hamilton, Yoinkity Splinkity III, Dewey, Winston, Watson, Wee Wee Baguette, and finally, my wingman, Mr. Massachusetts. And of course, thank you to all my friends on the band, and my friends on Kutztown, Mary Alice, Sophia, and Charlie. Thank you all.
My name is Jaden Renaya. Some of y'all may know me as a troublemaker, disruptor in class, or even a funny kid. But just like all of you, I came here to learn. Even though I can be a little bit silly, Summerbridge never gave up on me. I'm glad every single one of y'all took this opportunity for half of your summer to join this amazing program. These past 3 years have been a blast with all memories, friends, and amazing teachers. I learned at Summerbridge that if you make one mistake, it affects how everyone sees you. For example, I had a great opportunity with Tarek, and I totally blew it with playing around too much, not doing my homework, resulting into yo, and getting talked to separately by different teachers for my actions. What Summerbridge taught me though, is that it is okay to make mistakes, as long as you work to fix them. What I'm trying to say is not to take anything for granted. Summerbridge let me meet amazing people from different schools that I never would have thought of meeting along the way, that stood by my side all 3 years. My favorite memory with them was that we all stayed at the same table every single period, breakfast and lunch. All the memories and laughs we had together that touched my heart with the group that we are. You should always surround yourself with the people who you are comfortable with and can be yourself around. Summerbridge taught me that lesson that will carry throughout my life. Summerbridge can affect your future so positively, since many people who attended Summerbridge can get into college. Even if you don't want to go to college, Summerbridge gives you many opportunities like dissecting, visiting apiary, going to different colleges, learning how to cook, code, and learning new languages. With my final Summerbridge moments coming to a close, there's one thing I want everyone to think about. Whether you are a new student, a teacher, or my fellow ninth graders, here's something to consider. Always be yourself no matter what.
All right. So, hello everyone. Hi. I'm Christian Santos, and this is my third year at Lehigh Valley Summerbridge. My first year at Summerbridge was summer of 2023, and at the time, I was a very different teacher than you see now. I had very limited teaching experience, and the experience I did have was in small classrooms or one-on-one instruction. The idea of having my own classroom absolutely terrified me. And as I'm standing in front of you all now, I think, wow, what a journey the last few years have been. As a person who is passionate about education and making a difference in the lives of young people, Summerbridge means everything to me. This is the place where I fell in love with teaching. So, in the limited time I have with all of you, I want to share with you a learning experience that helped shape me into the teacher I am now. I want to tell you about the time I broke the laminator. So, this was summer of 2024, so last year. I was team lead for the 9th grade team, Team Moravia. It was a Friday morning, so there was just a few hours before Student of the Week. I had to laminate some of the Student of the Week awards, and at the time, I really didn't have much experience with the laminator. I was also running a little bit late on my planning that morning, so I was feeling rushed. What I should have done was I should have asked, how should I use the laminator? And I should have asked Haley. But I thought, how difficult could it be? So I fed the award in the wrong way. It's supposed to go in one way. I fed it in the other way. And the paper curled up in the laminator and put it out of commission for the entire morning. And the moment I realized it was happening, I was horrified, because not only had I put myself further behind schedule, I had also inconvenienced everyone on the staff, because they all had to print their awards too. I learned 2 lessons from this. Number 1, don't be afraid to ask for help. Believe it or not, teachers don't work alone. It takes a lot of effort to make everything happen at Summerbridge. No one does it alone, and no one should. And neither should the rest of you as students. As you move on to your next year of middle school or your first year of high school, learn to ask for help. Learn to advocate for yourself. If you're confused in class, speak up. Don't stay silent. Use all of the resources your school has to offer. No one is successful in this world by going at things alone. Trust me, I tried that with the laminator, it didn't work. And number 2, it's okay to make mistakes, even as an adult. When I broke the laminator, I was so worried everyone was going to hate me. I thought Steph was going to kill me. But when I told Haley and Kat, they just laughed it off. Now they did hang it over me for the rest of the summer, and for the rest of my life, they still make fun of me to this day about it. But no one was upset with me or made me feel bad for making an honest mistake. Despite what people might tell you or what you might see on social media, no one is perfect. Mistakes are a natural, important part of life, especially in your academics. Don't be embarrassed to make a few. What is important is that you learn from those mistakes. Our resident volunteer, Ryan Jones, asked me the other day, Christian, what was your favorite year of Summerbridge? And honestly, it's really hard to pick. So I know this is a cop-out, but I'm just gonna say all 3. All 3 years have helped shape me into the teacher I am now. All 3 years were incredible learning experiences for different reasons. And I owe all that to all of you, to the students I work with, to Geraldine and her geese, to Matthew and Juan, to Team Kutztown. Many of you were my first students at Summerbridge, and I still hold you in my heart. To Team Muhlenberg, my team this summer, who brought excitement and engagement to every class. To the volunteers, to Ryan and every time she scolded me, To the teachers, to Jared, Steph, Tarek, and Kat, to everyone at Moravian Academy who makes Summerbridge possible, thank you all.